Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. This is your boy Chama, and this is the Scorpions Weekend Recap, a program where we look at the performance of Gambian professional players in their respective club across the globe. And another week, another good week for many Gambian players. So we will look at the key performers. And some of the players last week we discussed about them making moves during the January transfer window. Most of these players did make a debut in their respective clubs. So we will look at all these performances. So we start today in Switzerland. Switzerland, we know we have a couple of Gambian players playing for Young Boys. That is the top of they are the top of the table currently in the Swiss league. We have Ibrahim Colley there. We have Sedi Janko. They are playing in the same team. And this week they played against Lausanne and they won that game 1-0. It was both Gambian players started the game, and Ibrahim Colley, of course, played about 60 minutes, 62 minutes kind of. Sedi Janko did play the whole 90 minutes of that game. And Ibrahim Colley got the only goal of that game. A very good goal from Ibrahim Colley. He has been in great form since prior to the African Cup of Nations, going into the African Cup of Nations, scoring that almost important goal against Cameroon, which ended up not being significant. But let's not remember, just before that, he was the first Gambian to score in the Champions League for Young Boys, the first Gambian to score in the Champions League proper. And he did that for Young Boys in the final games of the Champions League group stages. So he has been, on a very good run of form. And in this game, it was no different. He was the star of the game. If you look at his ratings, and on FootMob, he was the highest rated player in that game. He created a couple of chances for his teammates. He took 3 shots on target during that game, completed 100% of his dribbles, completed 100% of his tackles, and 100% of his duels. It was a very, very good performance from Ibrahim Colley, and it was similar for his counterpart, that is Sedi Janko, who played at right back. They play, of course, usually on the same right side, but sometimes Ibrahim Colley can also, play on the left wing area. I think he started this game actually on the left wing area. But Sedi Janko, he was also very, very good in this game. Won the most tackles of any players in the game, and then won the most duels. That was about 9 duels he won in the game. He won the most duels. And that win means that Young Boys are now stay at the top of the table, I would say, because they have been at the top for a while now. But the gap is widening. They are now 6 points at the top of the Swiss league. Of course, they are the defending champions. That's why they're playing in the Champions League. So yeah, Ibrahim Colley, of course, we know he's on loan from Atalanta there. But I think the way he's playing lately and how much impact he's having in the club, I can see the club keeping him beyond his loan spell. And then next we move to France, and we had the sad news about Germano last time. The coach saying he will be out for several weeks, but nonetheless, some other Gambian players who are in action in France. We start in League Two, that is Grenoble Foot, where we have Sekou Touré, Bamba Sanyang, and of course Lamin Jajo, who has yet to play for Grenoble. But Sekou and Bamba were both in action for Grenoble in their weekend game against Cayenne. They won the game 5-1. Both of them came off the bench and played about 5 minutes. They were all cameo appearance. But yeah, Sekou Touré took advantage of that 5 minutes that he had, scored a goal, scored the 5th goal actually. And now second league goal. That's his second league goal of the season. Whereas Bambalai, like I say, he just played about 5 minutes, not a lot of impact there. Grenoble now sits seventh place in League Two. Just 2 points of 5th position, where you have the final, promotion position where you can be part of the playoffs and all those kind of things. So yeah, if they keep winning, hopefully they will, they can make this step up, just similar to Mets last season. They were in the same league with Mets last season, and Ibrahim Jallo was very instrumental in helping Mets, propel into League One. So hopefully, Sekou Touré and Bamba can help Grenoble to make that push, and hopefully they will start getting more starts. If you follow them like closely, you will realize that they have not been starting games as regular as we would like to see. So hopefully that may change soon with the impact they are having of the bench. And staying in France, League One, Reims, Stade de Reims. We all know Adam Obonyang plays there. One of our, our rising stars. I would say in the national for the national team. He has been knocking on the door for the national team, but he has not yet, cracked it yet. But we all know what he did with the under 20s and now playing in League Two, and he's gradually getting the minutes. His club, they lost the game this week against this weekend against Toulouse, 3-2. But then he came on from the bench around the 75th minute mark. About 14 minutes he got under his belt, which is progress, I would say, because if you remember in the last couple of games, in the last few games, he was usually coming for the last 5 minutes, coming for the last 4 minutes and stuff like that. So now seeing him getting more than 10 minutes is progress. He is yet to score his first goal. This was his fourth appearance in League One for Reims, which is quite a progress. And then, of course, the reason why he is getting more minutes is because of the Asia Cup going on, the African Cup, because some of the Stade de Reims players, they were playing in those competitions. For example, somebody who is very in almost close competition with him is Ito Kun, Junior Ito. He's a Japanese player. He was playing for Japan in the Asia Cup, and Japan are now out. He's supposed to go back, but he had some issues in the Asia Cup actually, because he was having a case with the Japanese authorities for rape or stuff like that. And that's why Japan had to let him go at their final game in the competition. So he left the camp during that part. So I don't know what that means now to him. Is Ito going back to France to continue his games, or is he gonna be answerable to the charges and stuff like that? I don't know what is going on there, but that is the situation there. So yeah, maybe Adam Bojang may have more minutes if I don't know what's gonna happen there, but yeah, he has not get the goal yet. I'm talking about Adam Bojang, but I'm delving into the Japanese thing more. But anyways, hopefully Adam Bojang, as the minutes continue, he will start having impacts. He is yet to score, like I say, in League One, but all the games he came and played were just 14 minutes and then less than 14 minutes in all the other games he played. He did play about 20 minutes in the cup, and yeah. That's it. But yeah, hopefully he will start banging them goals. He scored a lot of goals for the youth team and their second team and stuff like that. He scored, I think, 11 goals in that level. But yeah, at the top level, he's yet to crack it yet. He's yet to score his first professional goal. Let me say it like that. Because yeah, the youth goals, they do not really qualify as a goal, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but we will keep tab with him, and we know he's gonna bang it. It's just a matter of time that he starts scoring those goals. Yeah, he just needs to stay patient, and hopefully the goals will come soon. And another player who had a very, very good weekend was Abubakar Bari. That is Hamza Bari's brother. He plays in Binai Yehuda in the second tier of the Israel League. He scored a wonderful goal to be there. That's why you have to bring him in. He scored a wonderful solo goal, took the ball from his own half, run all the way the length of the pitch, and then scored a brilliant goal for his club, which meant they won that goal, and they won that game rather, and then that was his fourth goal of the season. He's a brother of Hamza Bari. Yeah. And then next player we will look at is Ibo Adams in England. We go to England. Ibo Adams made his debut for Derby in League One. They were playing against Charlton Athletic. They won 1-0. Ibo Adams played about 72 minutes of that game. He completed 7 recoveries. It was a very, very good performance, and even the BBC posted his numbers after that: 7 recoveries, 4 interceptions, and 7 out of his 9 duels won, 78% of his duels. That win meant that Derby have moved up to second place. Now they are occupying an automatic qualification spot to the championship. So if they finish second, they will gain promotion to the championship. I'm sure Ibo Adams' addition will really help them and push them into the championship. And also, of course, it will help Ibo Adams because we want to see him play games. Because when he is getting minutes under his belt, when he's playing games, he's a very, very good player to have because of his athleticism and he really helps the national team when he is fit and playing. Staying in England, Ibu Ture, Ibi, he was also in action for Stockport against Harrogate. He played just 45 minutes of that game. He came on just right at the stoppage time of first half. That's when he came on and then played the remaining game. Yeah, he has not started since he came back from the African Cup of Nations. Stockport, despite their draw, they are still at the top of the table. A couple 4 points, no 5 points, I believe, ahead of second place. Who I believe they are 5 points ahead. And then Wrexham, we are also in action. Jacob Mendy, they played against Salford, former club of Ibuture. They lost the game 3-1. Jacob only played 2 minutes of that one. That was a cameo appearance. So he since returning from the AFCON himself he has not started for Wrexham. But Wrexham have been struggling. They have lost their last 3 games. So you would expect him to start the next game because he was in exceptional form prior to going to African Cup of Nations. But maybe the coach had established somebody in that position and then he didn't want to make that changes because that is what football is. You take an opportunity, they give you an opportunity, you take it. Then when the player, no matter how big the player is, when they come, usually on many cases they have to find their way back into the club. And that is how it's supposed to be. It's a competition based. It's not a name based competition. It has to be competition based, and that's why probably Jacob was not playing because he was back on AFCON and somebody claimed that position, so he has to win it back. But looking at performance, looking at results lately, the club has lost their last 3 games. So you would like to think that Jacob has a chance to regain in that position that he has. Seydou Khan was also in action for Swindon. They lost this game. They have a mixed season. They will win today. They will lose today again. But Seydou Khan keeps getting the minutes. 90 minutes he played in that one. Mo Fall played for Walsall against Gillingham. He played about 67 minutes. 1-1. He's still yet to score his first goal for Walsall. Then moving to Turkey. Turkey on Friday there was a game between Sivasspor and Ankara Gucu. Ankara Gucu for where Aliso play and Mo Barrow, Moduseka Barrow plays at Sivasspor. The game ended 0-0. Moduseka Barrow was not involved in the game. He was not in the squad for that one. But Ali started the game and played 73 minutes in that game. So Sivasspor and Ankara Gucu are kind of, they are close to each other on the table. Sivasspor currently on 10th place and Ankara Gucu 11th. Sivasspor 30 points, Ankara Gucu 29 points. That is what separates these two. They are so close to close together. And still in Turkey, Omar Colley, Besiktas, they won against Traps Zones 4. They won the game, but Omar Colley was ill. He had fever, so he was missing the game. He did not play, but hopefully he will be back over the next week. And another one, Adam Merced, we spoke about him last week. For the first time, I never had the name, like I said last week, Adam Merced. But now he's playing at the Scottish League, so we need to take notice of that. He's playing at the top tier of Scottish football. Of course, the Scottish League is not the Premier League, but it's a very, very, very good level. We know the clubs there are Rangers, Celtic, Dundee, and those kind of teams. They are all there. And so Adam Merced making that leap from the 7th tier of English football all the way to the top of the Scottish League. Yeah. And Adam said, now things are being revealed about him. I heard he was playing at Marimo. Then he moved, and then trying to find his way, make his way up. And if you look at his numbers over the first half of the season, it's exceptional. Last week I said 15. Some people are saying he scored 16 goals for the club already during that period. So he has been exceptional. He made his debut for St. Johnston. They played against Ross County. They won the game 1-0. He replaced the goal scorer around the 60-minute mark. Played about 31 minutes of that game. So he was thrown. He was bored on Friday or Thursday and then thrown straight into the team. So that kind of show you how much faith the coach who is bringing him has in him. And to be honest, if he's playing at that level and if he does well at this level, definitely it's just a matter of time before we start considering for the national team. Because if you look at the level of Gambian players where they are playing, so Adama said is somebody we should be keeping tabs on. He had a massive rise. To be honest, that is a massive leap. 7th tier of English football all the way to the 1st tier. That is massive. And we will keep close look at him as the season progress. Next one is Nuha Jata. Nuha Jata is a 17-year-old, very, very interesting player. German born to a Gambian dad. His dad, mom is German, but his dad is Gambian. But he has affection for Gambia. That is the good thing that that is the good thing we have. Like not most of these half Gambian, half nationality, other nationality players usually have that affection for Gambia. So if you see one having it, it's something we need to take notice and we need to take advantage of that. I remember during the under 20, he came to Gambia during the under 20 World Cup when Gambia were preparing for the under 20 World Cup. He was in Gambia and then he joined the training of the under 20 national team. Actually, there was an incident because when FIFA revealed the provisional squad for the Gambia, by then GFF, of course, they will always keep this information as if they are hiding things away from people. GFF did not reveal that information. So when they revealed the list, the FIFA, there was a name called Jata. And as the fact that we saw him training, because the Jollof Football Bantaba revealed the provisional squad for the first time for the Gambian general public with the help of our friend Mohamed Bia, who gave us the list, show us, FIFA has just published it. Then we created a post and then published it. And then there was a name Jata without a name. There was a player Jata without a name. You just put Jata there. There was no photo. There was nothing. So the fact that I'm sorry guys, I forget to charge my laptop. So in the middle of the stream or in the middle of the recording, my laptop battery went dead. So I had to, I had to restart. But anyways, I was speaking about Nuha Jata. Nuha Jata, like I say, he was when I saw that name in the list of players, Jata, that player without the name and without the photo, I thought it was Nuha Jata who was in the provisional squad for the Gambia. But I was wrong, and then later it was another Jata. I was disappointed in the end, but I already revealed the information to the public and Nuha Jata, and it has already caused a lot of a lot of chaos. People were excited about it. So it was disappointing that it was not him, and we took the whole blame for that schoolboy mistake. Which of course we will not repeat again. But anyways, that Jata guy, Nuha Jata actually, he plays for Leipzig, like I say, and for the second week running, he was in the squad for Leipzig. He was on the bench. He did not come off the bench. They won against Union Berlin 2-0. And 44 journalists revealed that he posted something like he will be staying. Like it is possible that he will be staying with the Leipzig senior team at 17 years old. I think it is quite interesting. The fact that he is making it into this Leipzig squad on a regular basis, a 17-year-old. I think that will the Germans will take notice of that, and so now it's a competition between Germany and the Gambia. So the fact he is kind of affected to Gambia is something that we should take advantage of and try to convince him to represent the Gambia. Even they should invite him for these All Africa Games that is going to take place in Ghana. I don't think he will come because his club will not let him come for starters. But at least we have to show him that we care about him, and then we try to integrate him into our system and stuff like that. That system that does not necessarily exist, of course, is there. Let me not be that harsh. So Nuha Jata, yeah, definitely, he's a player that we should take notice of. He's a very, very, very promising player coming up. Now he's training regularly with the Leipzig first team, making the bench a couple of times. So yeah, we should do all we can to get him into the team. But again, he's half German, he's half Gambian, so there's the 50-50%. He lives in Germany, he was raised up in Germany, he was brought up in Germany, his mom is German. So the only thing that Gambia have is his dad is Gambian, and he can represent Gambia. But yeah, exciting player. A little affection for Gambia. He did train with the under 23 team during their training camp. I'm sure Laibu Young must have spoken to him, and tried to convince him. I don't, we're not privy to those discussions, but it is interesting. And then if you look at him at the Leipzig on youth team, he was also involved with them in the UEFA Champions League youth league. He played against Man City, against Young Boys, and all those teams. So he's quite an interesting team. And the next player, the final player we will cover today is Al Fuseni Gassama. He plays at Diba Al Fujairah in the UAE League. They drew 2-2 this weekend, and he scored he scored one of their goals, which was his 11th goal of the season, which means he's the second leading goal scorer in the UAE League. The only player who scored more goals than him is Benik Afobe. Benik Afobe was an Arsenal youth player. I remember back in the days when he was coming through the Arsenal academy, he was a big thing coming through. Benik Afobe. He did not make it at Arsenal, but he was a name that was, like people were hearing about. He did play teams like Bournemouth, some of the other English teams in the lower leagues and stuff like that. And now he is playing in the UAE League. He's the current leading goal scorer with 12, and Alfousseni Gassama is just one goal shy of him with 11. So guys, that was it. That was the weekend recap. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, yeah, please smash the like button. And if you like the Jollof Football Bantaba, or if you appreciate what the Jollof Football Bantaba does, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Until we come your way again, we'll be back during midweek for the midweek recap, and of course the league, that is the GFF League review, which usually Coach here will cover. Until we come your way, guys, good day and goodbye.